What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Brian Noonan here. I want to share in today's video a little bit of a backstory on me. How did I get started in the Amazon FBA world? How did I get started with the YouTube world? You know, one of my main goals for this YouTube channel was to share my experience. What have I learned so far launching 8 products on Amazon, selling on Amazon for 2 years now? How successful are my products? How many products have I launched? How did I first get started selling on Amazon? What was the event that made me want to start selling on Amazon? How did I learn about it? And then also, how successful are my students doing right now? Should you start Amazon right now? I want to talk about all those things. I'll break them down in detail and give you my best advice and personal backstory in this video. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Brian Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller and mentor. Right here on this channel, I release 1 to 2 new videos every single week, covering everything Amazon FBA related, making money online. If you enjoy learning about Amazon, are ready to go, learn about e-commerce, Shopify, selling on Amazon, make sure to go down and like this video, subscribe, and drop me a comment to be automatically entered. I choose 2 lucky winners every single video to win a one-on-one mentorship call with me, 2 30-minute calls I give out every video. My job right here on this channel is to help educate, teach, impact as many lives as possible. Truly, I went from a drug addict back in 2010 to 2013, all the way till now, a full-time Amazon FBA seller and mentor. Been clean now for over 6 years. If you're out there struggling, ready to take your business or your life to the next level, this channel is perfect for you. Let's jump into this one. It's going to be a good video. So I wanted to talk today about why Amazon presents a really awesome opportunity for those of you out there who are considering starting an Amazon FBA private label business. Those of you out there may be a little bit hesitant or concerned about the risk. I want to talk about that and why you should get started. And then just a little bit of a history on me. How did I get into Amazon FBA, starting this YouTube channel? How are my sales? How are my products doing? How are my students' sales and products doing? And so let me just start off by saying that I got into Amazon FBA about 2 years ago. When I came across Amazon, it was right here on YouTube. And that's one of the reasons I started a YouTube channel, is because it's such a powerful way to connect and let other people know about what you can do to make money online. So when I came across making money online, I really didn't think that it was truly possible. I was actually researching Warren Buffett, and I came across a really cool quote from Warren Buffett. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll never be rich. And I thought that was so powerful. And I came across a couple of YouTube channels teaching Amazon FBA that you could sell products, your own private label products, 24 hours a day and actually wake up to seeing sales made on your phone. So right there, I was so intrigued because I thought if you wanted to sell products online, that you had to invent a product, come up with some, brand new product that's never been on the market before. And then how do you, get a patent, or how do you get a manufacturer? You have to be all those things or get all those things. And the reality is that's just not the case. You can find a product that's already working and then just find a manufacturer and ship it into Amazon with your own brand name on it and sell it on Amazon's platform. Over half the products sold on Amazon are from third-party sellers, just like you and me, who are private labeling products, sending them in from our supplier directly to Amazon, and then using Amazon's hundreds and hundreds of fulfillment centers to handle the packaging, the storing, the shipping, the returns, the payments, all of that stuff, reaching all of their millions of organic customers and millions of Amazon Prime members. And so all of that combined presented a really awesome, intriguing opportunity to me. I researched right after that all of the other business models out there, including drop shipping, drop shipping from China using AliExpress, high ticket closing sales, using YouTube automation, having people build an Amazon store for you. I researched all of those, but I kept coming back and circling back to Amazon FBA. And the reason is, Amazon was one of my favorite companies all along. I just did not realize that we could actually sell products on Amazon. So I had this aha moment where I was like, all these people on YouTube talking about selling on Amazon, what did they do to get to their success, and how can I replicate it? That's called reverse engineering. So I saw all these people on YouTube, I dove into their channels, and I started researching their methods, their processes, what products were they selling, how were they finding these products, which softwares did I need to find these products. Now, it took me about 3 months, 2 to 3 months to find my first product. Not necessarily find my first product, but to save the amount of money needed, I started with $2,600. So for those of you out there who are being told or think you have to have $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to start Amazon FBA, that is just not the case. You can start this business for $2,000 or $3,000 and get your first private label product launched. You just have to have the right information. You have to have a little bit of dedication, put the time and hard work into it, and it can really, really pay off for you. Just a quick shout out to one of my students in my mentorship program, Michael. He just launched his first product. Now, he took almost 9 months, and he may be watching this. It's okay. Michael, I won't say your last name. He took 9 months to a year to be able to launch his first product, which, everybody goes at their own pace, and that's okay. You may learn stuff and be able to execute on those ideas and start doing, within a month or two, or you find a supplier that's willing to produce your product pretty quickly. You can be selling on Amazon, in about 45 days to 2 months, roughly about that amount of time. For others of you out there, you may want to, research all the ideas, track the data a little bit longer. Maybe you want to put together a bundle that's not currently on Amazon right now, and it takes you closer to 6 months, to a year, and that's okay too. Everybody works at their own pace, and those of you out there who are struggling, don't have the couple thousand saved, you're in a job living paycheck to paycheck. I was there. I bartended for most of my life and served. And I can remember, I just want to tell a quick story about getting started with Amazon. So I worked at a large winery for about 5 years. I was a server over in the restaurant side most of the time. And then I also was a banquet manager, hosting and executing and managing weddings, banquets, private parties and events, corporate meetings, private winemakers dinners, all of that kind of stuff. I can remember getting pulled into my boss's, the owner's office of the winery. What had happened is we had recently switched caterers. Instead of having an outside caterer come in, we took over internally. We brought in our own executive chef, so we were doing the food and beverage right from the winery instead of a catering company. And when we made that switch, our commissions or our tips changed. And I can remember writing my boss a note to ask her to please go to the owners and bring up the issue about the percentage that we were earning per wedding or per event. I didn't think it was fair. It was like we were only making, I think it was 5 or 6%, and it should have been closer to, 15, 18, 20%. So I wrote my boss a note. I had a great relationship with my boss, Kari, awesome to work with her. So I wanted her to go to the owners and present my ideas that I didn't think it was fair that the tips where they were holding on to so much of our tips and then not paying us enough for gratuity and tips and commissions and stuff. And I wrote her a little note and I left it on her desk. And do you know what happened? This is the worst thing that could happen. The owner just happened to walk by that one day or 2 days it was on her desk and saw it. And it wasn't necessarily, I never expected the owner of the winery to read that note. It was just for, between me and my boss for some things I wanted her to remind her to talk to the owners about. The head of the owner, Keith, found that note. And then the next day he was furious. He called me into his office and he basically said, usually I would just let you go. I would usually just fire you because I don't let anybody tell me how to run my company. Number one, that told me, okay, I don't want to work for somebody the rest of my life. I have my own ideas on how I want to do things. And so that clicked on the entrepreneurial kind of spark, whereas I didn't want to work for somebody else the rest of my life. So that was number one. And number two, he was actually not very nice. And I had been at the company for over 5 years, and been a star employee. Like a lot of people that came through there, I trained them. I was very interactive, never missed a day in 5 years, never called in or missed one event in over 5 years. And so I took it, kind of just caved in and was like, okay, I didn't mean for you to see it. But truly, that's what was on my mind. And I wanted my boss to talk to the owner about these things. He ended up seeing the note and called me into his office and basically just about fired me. Now, instead of taking that signal as an aha moment, like, okay, this is it, Brian, you need to go for this Amazon thing. Instead, I just caved in and kept working there for another 6 months. And I want to tell you guys, if you have an important event like that come into your life where it gives you a little bit of a wake-up call, Maybe you're at a job that you don't like, or you're living with family members that you don't want to live with anymore, or you're just not happy with your confidence or where you're at in life right now. You can choose to change that at any moment. And that's why I talk about Amazon FBA so much, because it's really, really powerful and can set you off, and you can become an entrepreneur, be your own boss, and set up a business that makes way more money for you than what job you're working right now. And so instead of taking that in, saying, okay, I've had enough with this, I'm out, and I start my Amazon business, I started to work on the background on this Amazon thing, launching my first product, and then my second, and then by my third product, I was able to quit my job. However, I should have implemented and started doing a lot quicker, and I would be where I'm at now, and been able to quit my job a lot faster. So be on the lookout. If something like that comes up in your life, at your job, or in your day-to-day activities, if there's some type of an event that causes you stress or causes you a lot of worry or fear about losing your job, or about you don't like this, or it really upsets you, take that possibly as a wake-up call that you need to make a change and that you can do this. And so instead of, slowly brushed it off, continued working at the company, and then about 6 months later is when I eventually started Amazon full-time and really put all my inner time and energy into it. So I wish I would have started earlier. If you guys are out there wondering, maybe you're in a job you don't like, or you hate working with your coworkers, or you're in a situation living with people you don't like, you can change that at any moment. The first step is learn the Amazon FBA whole system, learn the FBA business model and how you make money at it. And then the second step is start saving those couple $1,000s to invest into your first product or a course or some mentorship by getting a mentor. And then take action. Buy your inventory, do product research, and then buy the right products inventory and get it launched on Amazon. So just start doing. That's the best way you can start to learn. Do you need to spend $1,000 on a course? The answer is no. And the problem is with most courses, they come from people that don't sell on Amazon anymore. The other issue is that they claim to come with one-on-one mentorship, but really all you get is a private Facebook group to ask your questions to other members of the course, and then maybe one group call a week. So that's the problem with most courses out there. You're just buying videos to watch on your own. I didn't think that was right, so that's why I offer true one-on-one mentorship where we get on multiple Zoom calls per week. So that's what's different about my mentorship versus all those other courses out there. Instead of just buying videos that you're on your own to watch, my mentorship comes with my direct mentorship where we get on multiple Zoom video calls together every single week for up to 8 weeks to get your private label product launched and your business off the ground. I have a ton of successful students who are doing so well right now. I've launched 8 successful FBA products now. 6 of them, make the majority of my money. I make anywhere from $8,000 to $16,000 per month in profit from those 8 products. All of my students who follow my mentorship program, who are willing to put in the work, take my advice, and dive in head first and take action, they're all seeing results, truly. Travis is on the track to do over $5,000 his first month. Ryan is doing $44K a month with his first product. Kathy is doing over $9,000 a month her very first month. And that's the next thing I want to talk about, guys. Of course, starting any business, there is some risk, but Amazon presents one of the lowest risk businesses that I've found because e-commerce is booming. Everyone wants to buy products from home. Everybody wants the convenience of just, ordering online, getting it shipped in with 1 to 2 day prime shipping, and it arrives at their house. They didn't have to go out to the store and face, the virus or anything like that. E-commerce is booming. It's a wonderful time to start. What's even better is we're coming into Q4, and Q4 is one of the busiest and best whole times of the year to be an Amazon seller. In fact, a lot of sellers make over half of their income that they make per year in profits from their private label business in Q4, which is October, November, December. October, November, December, you can pretty much sell dog poop in Q4 and still make money. And so coming up onto Q4, for those of you who have never been selling in Q4 before, or you're wanting to launch a product, I can't recommend or motivate you more than to start right now launching that product or launching your next successful product, because Q4 presents the lowest risk possible because sales are just on fire during Q4. Just a couple tips that I want to share with you, if you're out there starting Amazon FBA. Number 1, choose the right product in the right niche and you will be on your way. The categories and the types of products that have made me the most money on Amazon are home and kitchen, kitchen and dining, patio, lawn and garden, tools and home improvement, and arts, crafts, and sewing. Think about the new economy, the new at-home economy. Kids, arts and crafts, home improvement products are selling really well right now. At-home baking products, home and kitchen products, home improvement products. Those kind of products are, flying off the shelves right now and are selling really, really well. And I believe in at-home fitness gear, so sports and outdoors as well. As long as it's not seasonal, those types of products are selling really well right now. Also a product that can be giftable. Make a product. We're going into Q4. Have nice packaging and a product photo that shows your product being given as a gift. This will increase your sales and get a lot more customers to buy your product. My second piece of advice is to not go into too competitive of a market for your first product. And please, please, please differentiate your product. My first product was not a success, and it was a baby product, so I'm biased towards baby, but there are still some good products in baby. But I didn't differentiate my product well enough. I thought I found a product, the numbers had looked good at the time, and I just launched the same product as everyone else. It was a white baby picture frame, clay handprint and footprint picture frame kit. The white one was selling the best, the white framed one. I found a supplier that had this kit. I listed it, sent it into Amazon. It didn't sell as well as I expected. Here's the thing, guys, though. Even though the product didn't, take off and wasn't wildly successful as I thought it would have been, I launched that product on my own. Had I invested into a mentor or had somebody helping me, I probably would have saved over $2,000 by not investing into that product, number one. But number two, it just took way too long to sell through that product. Eventually, the inventory did sell, but instead of only taking like 1 month or 2 months to sell out, it took like 4 to 6 months to sell through all that inventory. What I want to say to you guys is, going into Q4, your risk is really low. Even if you invest $3,000 to get that first product launched, number one, you learn the entire FBA system. And number two, the worst probably that will happen is that you don't sell as well quickly, and you at least get all that money back. So I want to motivate you and encourage you to launch that first product. But overall, guys, Amazon FBA is still an awesome business model because the demand has never been higher. It's probably even a better time now than it was back in 2018 when I started, because e-commerce is so much more popular and there's millions more Prime members and Prime customers. Overall, it's one of the best times in years to start Amazon FBA. I hope my story encouraged you guys to keep pushing forward, to save that couple $1,000s to get started, get a right mentor or the right information, and launch the right products. And I promise you, you will be making a ton of money quicker than you think. And hopefully this brought some light and positivity into your life if you are struggling right now with should you start Amazon FBA or having a hard time deciding if this is the right business for you. Make sure to check out the Amazon FBA Gladiators Facebook group. Down below, there's a link for that. Join that group. I'm in that group every single day answering questions and communicating with you guys, my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this video. Leave me any questions or drop me a comment down below. If you have any questions or comments about this video, I'll make sure to answer those personally. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.